Hello for anyone watching this, whether live or in the future, because I just discovered if you subscribe to someone, you can see when they're live. So I don't know. Hello, if you're watching this. You're watching a game that was arranged through the Gauntlet, which is a community in the internet that gets together to play and celebrate role-playing games of all sorts, tabletop role-playing games specifically. You can find them at gauntlet-rpg.com, where you'll find all the stuff they do. So a blog, forums, a monthly zine full of original games and supplements to existing games, their veritable podcast network, and the Hangouts calendar, to which this game is arranged. This is part 4, the finale of our Mutants in the Night series, a Forged in the Dark game about mutants in a dystopian future trying to survive as a community as the world kind of closes in on them, written by DC. There'll be a link to the game on the description if you want to check it out. Before we get into all that, let's kind of introduce our players here. I guess I should introduce myself. I always forget to do that. My name's Leandro. Hi. UCM pronouns. And I'm going to go by the order in my screen. Just introduce yourself, pronouns, and the character you've been playing. I'll start with yourself, Ludo.
Okay, I'm Ludo. I go by any pronouns. And I'll be playing Jessie Park, known as Hypereel. She, her pronouns. She's a shopper, so a mutant whose powers relate with memory manipulation. And she's a street racer and a speed demon, but her day job is to work for Uber or future Uber. I think we kind of got a name for it. Uber. Yeah, exactly. So she's been working to improve the community, partially by helping the local engineers. But then things escalated into martial law, and she got involved on a very risky black site rescue, which kind of ended up with running over self-declared genocide and a very, let's say, impromptu and desperate escape. But the others can speak more on that.
Yeah, Hypereel did kind of just stumble into all this, all those cities tens. Okay, up next, Pablo, tell us about yourself and character you're playing.
Hello, I'm Pavel. I use he/him pronoun, and I'm playing Mist. Her real name is Cherry Jones. She/her pronoun. Mist is a prestige class, which means she is manipulating people through her powers, but more like deception and stealth. And she is very Inception character. She can trap people in their own illusion and also make people see stuff that isn't there. Last time we have seen some little pieces of it. She tried to do her best to somehow find a common ground between humans and the mutants, but now she sees it's probably pointless and it's time to somehow gear for war. Who knows? She's also trying to build this puppet theater, but I think with martial law, I don't think she's going to finish this, but who knows?
We'll see. We'll see. All right. And last but not the least, Will. Tell us about yourself and your character.
So my name is Will, pronouns he, him, and I am playing Harrison Blake, whose pronouns are also the same, and he goes by the name Thinner, and Thinner is the World Breaker, a tower of strength and power, and those abilities have got him into trouble in the last few games, and as of the last session, I think that the need for him to push himself and push those powers even further has started to affect him even more, and he has become even more reckless. He has acquired the trauma reckless. I suppose it's the problem with being a man of steel in a world of paper. So yeah, that is Thinner.
Yeah, I believe Superman did an entire speech about that in a cartoon once. He said he was in a world of cardboard. Okay, all right. So before we get into it, let's talk about our safety tools first. Always good to remind folks of the tools we have to make sure we're playing in a safe and comfortable environment. First off, we have our lines and veils. They're on the tab in the character keeper. Lines are things that can't happen. I made this mistake again. Lines are things that can't happen in the fiction. We're not like I'm not gonna go. It's like we're not gonna go into it. Like it's not gonna happen. Veils are things that can happen in fiction, but we're not gonna concentrate on it. Like they'll happen off camera or fast forward through it. And basically, yeah, it can happen, but we're not gonna linger on it. And we have the X card, which is basically if we roll into a scene where people feel uncomfortable for whatever reason, it could be any reason, and you don't have to justify that reason as well. You can say you want to X card that, you want to roll back or rewind. Say like I want to X card that, or make the sign on the roll for a party or the chat there, and I might ask questions. What's being X carded? But no one gets the question when it's played. It's played. It's played. Roll back and start over. And finally, there's an open door policy. If for whatever reason people need to leave the table for either there's an emergency, or you're more tired than you thought, or you really need to go and use the little boys' room, that you can call a break at any time. We'll pause the action and we'll accommodate you as best we can. All right, so last session, moral show law kind of happened, and then y'all got a mission to get some families who want out of Chicago to other less heated places through the help of the owls. You got away. You did kind of run down the head of the mutant task force, but she was a bright old prick anyway, who dreamed of genocide, as Pluto said. And we did not. I remember we did XP. We went through that. I remember that. We didn't do entanglements and payoff. That's what we haven't done yet. Because you just ran off into the night. And okay, I think let's go into that. So you're off driving in your sweet mutant task force van. You left enough chaos in the background that you managed to escape. How are you all feeling?
I think that Mist is feeling like really shaken by what transpired. She was really hoping for like a sneak out operation, but then all of this thing with how serious the mutant task force was. I think she's still sitting next to Hypereel, and we can see that she's like in deep shock. Just like sitting like like this went too far. Now we went too far. They went too far. It all went to hell. Like, she's like she knows it's true, but she doesn't want to believe it. That what they did, what they wanted to do. Yeah, she's like in this denial phase and feeling very bad about what happened. But she knew it needed that to be done. Like,
Hypereel. You see a streak of red on her dark lipstick because she's biting her lower lip as she clenches the driver's wheel, and like in this thousand league stare, which is like still trying to deal with the fact that she had hoped that this would be a quiet operation that will de-escalate the situation. And it turns out that they pretty much went in all-out war.
Thinner, how about you?
I think Thinner is just sort of semi-catatonic in the back of the van, like just smeared in, like ash and dust and like traces of like his own blood and things like that, and just sort of staring down at his hands and like traumatized.
Yeah, and I think probably the people in the back of you are kind of like giving you a bit of a wide berth. Yeah, I think you'll follow like the coordinates that are given to you by Alice, and you'll meet up at this gas station in the middle of the night. And I think it looks like there's nobody there. The store is open, and it looks empty. It's like dead midnight, past midnight gas station shenanigans. When like flickering into view is Janine, and flickering next to her is like a school bus, and she's kind of like beckoning the three of you to like, okay, come talk to her or whatever. Who's gonna talk to her?
I think Hypereel goes to the nearest bedroom or corner and just throws up.
Yeah.
Well, I guess as we pull to a stop, Thinner will snap out of it and like stride out of the bus and go over towards Janine, I suppose, and say job's done.
I heard what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably like half a city will know by morning what happened.
What is the media take on the events?
They're keeping it quiet right now. They only said that there's an altercation with rogue elements. Favorite phrase there. At the bridge. Couldn't really hide. Carnage happened there. They've said that Alma Force is missing in action at the moment. But we have credible reports in the task force that, well, whatever's left of her won't be alive by morning.
Well, I mean, there's something of her left there on the back of the truck, I think.
She doesn't smile at that.
Neither does Thinner.
Can you get us back into the districts? Like these people are safe, but we need to, like, I was wrong. Like I think you guys were right all along. Like we need to prep for war. Like I don't know what will happen tomorrow, the day after. Like we need to get back into the district and I don't know, talk to people.
But whether we were right or not, we have no choice. War is going to happen. And yeah, you three would be, well, we'd need you to protect whoever's decided to stay. I don't think we'll be able to do this sort of operation anytime soon. For now. If the three of you are willing, because look, it's been a long night. And to be honest, all three of you look like shit right now.
I still have hope, and I really need to talk to this community activist, and maybe, but just maybe, we can work something out and see what will come out of it. But yeah, we need to be back in the district.
I know, but take your time. Look, this gas station, it's owned by a friend. There's some blankets over there. Just rest for now. We'll get these folks to safety. Clean up. We'll get you back into the district tomorrow. Take care of yourself first.
Yes, sounds like a good idea. I hope we have a first aid kit there as well. Maybe.
Yeah, we've got stuff. Help yourself there again. Station's owned by a friend. I think she's going to go to like supervise all the folks going into the school bus. And yeah, I think let's do payoff. Christ. Sorry. Okay. Let's go to payoff. All right. No, actually, no. Let's actually. Yeah. Where is it? Weird. Sorry, I'm losing plot here. Okay. I think the payoff is simple because again, you should realize it is most of the payoff in this game is just cash. I think you'll get 3 each. That should bump you up to 4. I think some of you will probably have a surplus. Heat. Heat. By God. All right. So let's go to heat. In total, you have. Oh, you bumped down your wanted level by 1, so you actually don't have heat at the moment because I was being nice. Because I was being nice. And okay, let's see. You took a job against a high-profile, well-connected target. You really didn't. You weren't targeting anyone. You were trying to get people out. But your job did happen in a human zone. So there we go. At least you have 1 heat. So we can skip the rest of these. A high-profile, well-connected target saw and can remember a member or members of your crew using your ability. You also use the 3-cost mutant ability, so +2. You get 3. All that happened. And the last one, law enforcement identified a member or members of your crew. Your crew was caught using their powers on camera. Yeah. So you have 5 heat. That's Actually, no, that only puts you up wanted level 2. Thank God someone bumped down your wanted level session before, because otherwise you would be swimming in heat. But now somehow you're only on wanted level 2. So someone made some good use with that cash. That's good. Okay, so 2 dice. Yeah, I do kind of want to roll this. Sorry, I just like rolling. Entanglements. Okay, let's be nice and use a blue die. Oh, Jesus, that's a 5. Okay. All right, no, okay, shouldn't be too bad. Specific rumors spread about your group and your abilities. Specific rumors. Gee, I wonder which rumors. So on your next job, enemies are prepared for the effects of your powers. So that could be worse. Could be much worse. Oh yeah, dice roller. It's at the city tab. I'll link it in the. It's in the city. Yeah, it's in the city tab. All right, that could be worse. Could be much worse, which is amazing considering what happens in the fiction. I think probably why Heat isn't as bad as it was is because, again, you see in the media reports, I don't think the Mutant Task Force want to put out that they lost another head so quickly. So I think that's why they're keeping it mum in the city. I think the martial stuff, that's still kind of that's still happening. But yeah, they don't want to claim weakness right now. Even though it's a bit suspicious that Alma Forest is MIA. Well, not MIA, but like indisposed, indefinitely. Okay, so I think unless there's anything else you need to talk about, I think we can just like cut to y'all getting back to the district. I don't want it to be a big, hullabaloo to get back there. I think Janine, or Flicker as is her mutant name, because Flicker's in and out. Yeah, she can get you in there quite easily. Not just because they're invisible, but she knows people. And yeah, okay, so let's paint the scene a bit. I want each a detail from y'all what the Mutant Safe Zone feels and what's like the visible changes ever since you only been gone for like a night, but I like to think the Mutant Task Force is quick at making sure there's changes, or even like the tenor in the safe zone, because families have gone, and there's now the scuttlebutt is that they're the only ones who will be able to go out anytime soon.
I think like a noticeable thing I'm not sure how much time is passing as we're seeing this, but maybe another day or two. I think we see that it's not only like a martial law, like they probably like cut off a lot of resources, and maybe like there's like a shop we pass by, or the camera pass by shop and shows like a long queue, and inside the shop we see like empty shelves, and like people are just like standing there or just like waiting for any kind of food to be delivered. So yeah, it showed this like dire situation, like people opening the fridge and just like two toast left there or something like this. Hard times.
Oh, that's dire. Anyone else have?
So we see a lot of drones flying around because I bet between people being killed and I bet that the other alts were probably ambushing people. So instead of patrolling them around, you see that even the cops are in martial law, and they keep to their armored trucks or to houses they occupied, and they are patrolling the streets with swarms of drones.
Gotta love them drones. Okay, we'll send him in over a phone call. Give him a minute. In the meantime, I think we will stroll into downtime and have a think of what y'all want to do. So Thinner, do you have like a detail about what's changed about the safe zone?
I think it's just very, very like quiet. People don't wander the streets anymore. There's no sort of like hustle and bustle. It's just all locked down and empty.
Yeah, sucks. Drone surveillance. Oh, that's never good. Okay, so downtime then. I think you can I don't want to complicate things. I think there might be some stuff you can do like street racing. But yeah. Let's do downtime anyway. So you can do stuff. Anyone have anything they want to do?
Yeah, sure. I will jump in and say that we see Mist visit. I think it's called GP, the general practitionist, the doctor. So she goes to the clinic. Probably has to like wait like a really long time because she kind of needs like a GP and like a therapist. Kind of like who knows her, so we probably see her like waiting almost a day and paying like an extra bribe to get in somehow because she feels better about bribing the clinic, but she really needs help to be fit for duty. So yeah, and then we probably like see her in like a one-to-one meeting with her therapist, and she like has her bruises like so her bruises are started to, and she's talking to get some mental health also back. So I'm going to drop my harm levels and spend the cash.
Nice. That's probably good. Good thing to do. Just put that down there. Okay, so that's one action down for you. Anyone else what they want to do on downtime?
So I want, because Chinese helped us with the setup of this plan, so we cannot probably meet easily because she does not live in the zone. But I was thinking that we would maybe spend the rest of the night playing some what is the name of the Valve zombie game?
Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, so playing some Left 4 Dead 3.
Wow, there's a Left 4 Dead 3. Valve made new games.
Yes.
Wow.
No, actually, it's released by Blizzard.
Oh, so Epic Games won. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
It's Left 4 Dead mobile.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Now with Fortnite 2 dances.
I hate this. I hate this so much.
Yes, the future is the worst.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So what was what are you doing?
So yeah, I don't have that stress. So I think that game is going to have the effect it will have in real life. I rolled exactly what I needed. I got 3.
Oh, nice.
So I don't play too much. I don't spend too much money on microtransactions.
Yes, I think what happens is I think Janisha just realized that you need space to like calm down, so you just banter. You're not going to talk about what's happening.
Yeah, we are barely paying any attention to the matches. And
Yeah, it's like giving you a space to be normal for a night. Thinner, you have a.
I think Thinner needs to recover some strength. And I was thinking that what he might do is, I'm not sure, because I know I pissed off Dominique last session. I was wondering if maybe what he does is using 2 of his cash. He, basically buys whatever he can hold on the black market and just goes and collapses around her pad basically, and just kind of tries to mend the bridges and just sort of look pathetic basically, and apologize to her for everything going overhead, and in doing so just take some time and recover, supported by his friend.
I think with cash that'll probably help. Yes, you're paying a cash. And things are in fiction. Things are so heightened enough that I think she would she would definitely take pity on you. You poor thing. Poor thing.
We get 2 downtime actions. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't actually have any stress, and we're in the last session, so there's no point in a long-term project. So I don't think I have anything else, but I was looking, and I think Mist probably needs to clear some stress, right?
Well, you can train something. Maybe the 2 experience will give you some update, some upgrade. I don't know.
No, that's true. Yeah, I'll train. Dominique will spar while we thingy, right?
Yeah. So I can get you 2, and okay, that's pretty much it. You don't roll to that; you just get it. You get 2 XP. Your car. We'll get to that. We'll get to that to your turn. I think let's go back to Mist. See what the other downtime action is.
Yeah, I think we see Mist, probably with Stefan, her drag queen friend. No, her meaning Mist, and they are doing graffiti. They are probably on top of unfinished building somewhere in the Mutant Safe Zone, and there is the elevator shaft, the top of it. There's a small building on the roof, and we are probably doing a graffiti, and Mist explains everything to Stefan, what happened, step by step, how we get through the checkpoints, how the situation looked, and we're doing a graffiti of the bus driving between the 2 tanks and ripping open this gate and getting mutants to safety out of the zone. So yeah, we are doing graffiti.
Nice. Okay, so what to say here? Roll dice equal to your lowest attribute. So that's the 1.
It's a 4, so I'm actually going to spend 1 cash to bump it up to 6 and release 6 stress. Yeah, I think I like. I think I actually. How could I spend the cash for? What for? Yeah, maybe we actually bought. Maybe like Mist bought some smuggled booze or some food, and we see that the roof is like crowded of people just like watching them do it and enjoying what little beverages they can like acquire, like some chips, maybe some. I'm not sure if beer, maybe beer or some just like drinks and watching them work. So
That sounds really cool. It's nice. I guess that's what his downtime is for. It's to recharge, which is nice. Meanwhile, all the drones and just the pervading sense of fear is still there.
we probably see some drone like fly over to the roof and start to observe us, and then someone like from the audience takes like a stone and just like knock it off.
Yeah. The people here in this safe zone aren't completely cowed yet. Cool. Hypereel, you have one more action.
So how was the progress on my car doing? Because I was thinking of working on that.
Oh, right. Shit, where is that? Where did I put that? Was that a project, right?
Yes.
Oh yes. Where did I put that? I don't think I noted it down. I think I thought you noted down how that's happening. Oh, Christ on the bike. Hold on. Trying to remember. I think you only got 2 ticks, if I remember correctly.
That's the thing. I don't remember. I don't think we actually gave it ticks. That's why we did not write down.
I remember specifically you saying you working with James, and I think our reasoning for why it didn't work out is because you haven't been friends in a long time, so it was a bit awkward and weird. I think that's why it's only got.
I remember I rolled a 4. That's what I remember.
Oh, okay. But yeah, 2 ticks. So yeah, I rolled a 4. That makes sense. So I think it was a 6-step cock.
Okay, I think I'm going to do the same. I'm going to call James again, and I'm going to keep working on the car because the task force took all my fancy toys. This was never really about those parts because I was a bit disappointing by this, but after relaxing a bit during the night, I started saying, well, fuck it. That is technology designed for human purpose, and I want a vehicle for the mutants. So why should I try to limit myself to their technology? I'm sure we can cook up something that's more fitting to our needs. And she goes back and she starts to buy stuff from salvage that is considered trash on the rest of Chicago, but she's pretty sure that whatever is trash for humans can probably be some use for the mutants. So I think it's one cash per each to get an extra dice, right?
Hold on. No, I think you should actually get an extra die when you're doing it with a friend or contact. So you should have got an extra die last time. And then after the roll, you can spend to increase the result level. That's after the roll.
Okay. Okay, so I have 2 5s.
Do you want to bump up to a 6 then?
Can I bump 2 of them?
No, because you only take the highest. You only take 1 of the results.
Okay, so I'll bump up 1 by spending 1 cash. first.
Well, you can bump it to a critical, actually.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, you
my
can bump
idea.
it to
That's why I wanted to bump the two of them, because then it will be a critical.
Yeah, well, you'd spend 2 cash. Then.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna spend it.
All right, so yeah, I think part of the pressure cooker environment and just wanting to do stuff is like, no, fuck it, let's get this car done. Yeah, and yeah, you and James regained that camaraderie, and just like, yeah, we could have figured out Code Fusion like a decade ago because we could do this sort of thing. We could do this. And yeah, what does this car look like?
So the car, it looks from the outside, it looks like an old minivan. But the truth is, the inside of the car is pretty modular. There is not a given seat. There's not a single composition, and it has a board computer that recognizes the biometric needs of whoever is there and adapts the configuration of the car for the mutants. So it is useful for mutants that don't have a normal human configuration, and it has a lot of adaptable resistance. For those mutants that are maybe heavier and will completely ruin the hydraulics of the car. For those that are always on fire, so you need a bit more resistance to protect the fan parts, etc. So it's let's say it's just like us. It's an old trash bit of a car that is built to evolve and adapt itself, even if it seems like it's a model of car that you don't see in 30 years on the streets.
Aw, that's fab. I mean, you only have that one car, but maybe it'll be a prototype for whatever nicer future you want. Build the world you want, not what you have. That's not how that saying goes. All right, Thinner, you have one more downtime, and then we'll take a quick break, and then.
Oh no, I did recovery and I trained.
Oh, okay,
So,
cool.
yeah.
All right. So I think, yeah, let's take that break now. Obviously we started a bit later, but I like to keep these breaks where they are. Yeah, let's take 10, and then let's see where we end up, and let's see how things go for Chicago's Mutant Safe Zone. Couldn't get any worse, could it? All right. Welcome back. Okay. Where do we go from here? Let's see. Let me move my clocks. Clocks are fine. Do that. Okay. So I think maybe like another day or two passes. Actually, no. Let's not make it that far. I think probably around the time. Yeah. You know, what, let's extrapolate all these downtown actions to a day or two, and it's again it's like that feeling at the start when it's like the head just died. Why is nothing happening? But right now it is just like the head just died, and they're keeping it tense with the whole nothing happening at the moment. It's like it's kind of like it's hard to tell what's being planned because obviously the media is still kind of going. Yes, Alma Forest missing is indisposed thanks to rogue elements. Oh, here's what happens. They start showing who those. Actually, no. I think what happens is, along with like rogue, no, the talking media about rogue elements and stuff. I think there's still like mutant task force is still coming in and out, and I think there's a person you kind of recognize going in with them. I think I described the lone man manning the security gate, who had like a black coat, white polo shirt with a red tie, sunglasses, dirty brown hair, and he was the one who was doing more psychic assaults on y'all. He is turned up and is just, you can kind of feel his like it's like it's like an oily spotlight when he kind of he's scanning the safe zone, and I think most folks recognize that he's one of y'all, and yet he sided with the mutant task force, but no one wants to do anything because the task force is out there in force. They what are they planning now?
So, it seems to me that we can't beat the entire task force, right? And certainly not single-handed, but we can certainly get some payback for one particular person.
Do you want to broach that to other people first before you start doing anything? What the hell?
Well, I am reckless, right? So, but no. But what I was largely wondering was something that we haven't done yet would be about maybe gathering some information about our ability to perhaps target this person.
You can gather that information. I think I think gather information kind of happens when you like have like picked up a job. And do you think is there any people in the community want to target him? Probably like you've already done stuff with the owls. Maybe the activists.
Oh yeah, we pick a job for the community, right? Don't we? So
yeah.
Who do we have left to pick jobs for?
There is there's only two left. Let's see it. There is the clinic, looking out for that clinic looking out for mutant needs, understaffed, under-resourced, perpetually tired. And there's the political activists, those who fight for mutant rights through the power of law. They're the community center.
Mest kind of has the idea for the job. However, I'm not sure how to present it. Like now or later, I don't know how they want to do it.
Well, tell me your idea, like out of character. What are you thinking about?
Because Hypereel broadcasted the thought about the mutant genocide that the late Mutant Task Force head was thinking, and Miss thinks that the only way is to like find one of those guys at this camp, obviously the Mutant Task Force soldier, and convince him to like testify in front of the media. And like go to like the the real media and just like get this guy to testify, because that way we can like blame it that it was self-defense. We knew and we were trying to protect ourselves, and this guy is like the proof. And to make it like spicy, we can like maybe try to get political activists to invite the media over here, and then we somehow go and get this guy, convince him, smuggle him here, and I don't know, see what happens. That's my idea.
Gone.
I like the idea. I wonder if maybe like it's slightly complex for the job. I'm trying to think of like other ways that we would do the same ends, right? And I'm thinking like evidence of a plans, like maybe evidence of the secret child soldier program. Like maybe that was tied into like the whole, you know, it was like we're going to raise the mutant zone to the ground and kill everybody in there, but we're going to take viable candidates kind of thing out, you know, like but like, you know, not going to fetch a guy so much as like hitting some kind of you know, base of forward operations or like black site zone that they had where like,
So I think what sounds like is whatever it is you need to tar the mutant task force, which is either genocide or child soldier programs.
or both.
You need something dirty on them, or both.
Yeah,
or both.
Because I think the genocide is like, well, it was all self-defense, but then the child program is like, this is how corrupt they are to the core, right? And like, oh, think of the children kind of thing. You know, all those people who have 10-year-old mutants at home, like just waiting to see if they'll get kicked out of the house, or, you know, because it's like when you turn 12, you get shoved into a zone, right? And like, it's the ammunition for the political activists. Is think of the children.
Yeah. Honestly, either plan, whatever you get. I mean, Mutant Task Force is obviously incredibly dirty. Just based on what you found out about them.
So I guess it's like, I mean, it could be a person, could be a whistleblower, right? Like somebody who's like the deep throat of the mutant task force.
Yeah. Again, we're this sounds more like gather information stuff, or let's talk to the political activists first. But I think that's going to be the contour of what this job for this session is going to be.
Yeah.
Find dirt, whether through finding evidence or convincing someone inside the task force to turn face, so to speak. That's probably what it sounds like. Okay, everyone's down for that. Sir. Any way you can get information. I think I don't want to have to invent another NPC for the activists. Let's just say like yeah, gather information is tricky. It involves some fortune rolls or two.
You mean well, regarding gathering information, Mist can go to Crystal. However, I'm still not sure what to ask. If you want us to meet with first with the political activist and see what they think, then or we can like hit Crystal, talk with Crystal, and then have some solid plan, and then just come to the activist. Guys, here is the plan. What we are doing. I'm fine anyway.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk to the activist first. Yeah, there is Hypereel's friend Luke, who they had a bit of a falling out, but that was before martial law and all this shit happened. You'll find Luke in the community center, and everyone in the community center is dead tired, but they're busy. What a newspaper room, what a movie thinks a newspaper room, a busy newspaper room is like. People kind of yelling, passing stuff to each other, whatnot, and yeah. Luke's there. I guess the three of you are there. I'm guessing. And
yeah, Jesse, he's your friend. You do you want to go to him alone, or we should all go? Hypereel?
I think we should go as a group, Mist. I mean, especially at least I should take you because you know the academia and university better.
Oh
So
no, it's like I never studied. I think you mean Harris. Harrison, he was studying. I was just the magician, you know.
oh, okay. Well, I guess then we're gonna have to go with strength in numbers.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I think he sees you, and I think he's in the middle of. He's actually has a bunch of posters. He's about to hand someone. He sees you. It's like, okay, what's the latest fire? What's up now?
Uh, we were just wondering what needs to be done to help smooth things over.
All that needs to be done is there's a million raging fires happening around, and we need to douse a few of them. We need to control some of them, and it's just so much. Have you you hear what the public opinion is right now? It's tense in the city. Like the mutant task force, as sold to the public, is that it was meant to keep down rogue elements or whatever the hell. Whatever, that's the phrase they always use. Rogue elements, keep them down. And if the mutant task force can't keep them down, and then the reaction is the task force has to balloon in strength. Two heads dead in as many weeks. It's going to become a monster.
So they finally admitted that the late chief is dead and not just missing in action.
I think there's a point where admitting that she's indisposed is going to be ludicrous because she clearly isn't. Well, Scuttlebutt is they'll probably announce it in the next day or so, and they're just going to use it as an excuse to like, look, they're going to say we're undermanned, we're under resourced, we need more, and I'm afraid they might get it.
Look, focus. Like we need we need a plan. We need a concrete 5-point plan. How we can convince humans that it was, I don't know, Mutant Task Force was planning something very bad to happen to mutants. Like we need concrete. We need something to do. Like, and I think maybe you and your friends have some ideas.
You just need a few smoking guns. I mean, people see what the Mutant Task Force does, but when they see if no, it's not a fucking if they see how the task force has overreached itself, like we need something from what they're planning. We need that sort of info. Look, it's a bit of an ask to ask the three of you to put yourself out there again, but
No problem. Anytime. What's the big deal? What could they do to us they haven't already done?
If we stay here, we can only pretend that we are safe. There will be no safety until we turn the tide. So better go on our terms.
Okay. Well, look. Then I'm gonna have to trust the three of y'all to, well, for one thing, find us a smoking gun, and it has to be pretty big. Kill the entire mutant safe zone sort of info. And it has to be something the public can like concretely hold in their hands, like testimony or even documents would do. Like they're not gonna trust it if it's like if you plucked it out or if say, and he looks at you, Hypereel, if you plucked it out of people's memories, they'll just say it's a mutant trick. They're just trying to keep themselves safe. If you have ideas on what the task force has been doing, I'm sure you probably know there's probably a lot of loose threads out there. Follow them. And
well, my biggest problem is I don't know how much people don't know. The thing I'm most afraid is that we're gonna show this, someone's going to whistle, blow, and nobody will care. That's what I'm afraid. The other part is easy on comparison. It's making people care that is hard.
No. I'd like to think us folks here are good at, if not making people care, then making people listen. Just just get us what we need, and we'll light the biggest fire this city is. Let's see. They'll make sure they'll pay attention, because what the task force is doing, so long as people can say, oh, it's concentrated on here, people feel safe. But like, all people need to see is just a little bit of escalation, just like one step too far, and then who knows what'll happen. But at the least, that's the only kind of blow you can do for now, outside of outright fighting them, and good fucking luck with that.
Sure, we will try to find their next step, and then let you know so that you can point your cameras. I hope you do have some contacts with the media from the other side. If you can get them on board to see it firsthand, maybe it will help if it's not coming from our media, but from their media as well. But I will leave this part of the plan to you. Yeah, now just to find what their next step is.
Good luck to you. I think he just says that and just immediately turns and like, all right, now we have to spread these posters now. Okay. So, do you have any like contacts you think can help with this? People you can talk to.
There's Crystal, the Mutant Safe Zone security guard. On my side, unless you guys have someone more appropriate. I think one of you have like some turncoat or something like this.
How
inside
about
there.
Malik?
Malik is the social activist, right?
Yeah. But wasn't somebody friends with a member of the mutant task force or the police?
Yeah, that was Crystal.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Malik, why not?
Yeah, it's Malik, Crystal. You probably should talk to Carolyn again, see if there's anything we can grab from her.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's talk to Crystal first. Well, actually, let me. Okay. Yeah, let's talk to Crystal first, and I think this is going to be very short and quick, because I think what she says to you, like, Cherish, that, well, we can't speak for too long. We're busy. Honestly, they're moving out all the regular security guards, replacing them with new folks who won't know anyone here. You know, I'm gonna be. Cherish, they're moving me out in like a couple of days.
Crystal, I know I'm asking you to take a lot of risk, but I need some information. Where and how can I learn about MTF next plan? Like, we need to prepare for this, and we need to learn what it is. And you just need to tell me where can I find such information, and we will procure it on our own. But I'm really hoping you heard something, or someone told you where not to look for something. That's the place I need to know about. And I'm sorry that I'm asking for so much in such a tense time, but you know what we are fighting for. We are fighting here for our survival.
I know. She kind of reached out to hold your hand a bit there.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 6 in this fortune roll, so I think she's like, "Don't worry, I know." Funny thing is, I think I think I know what their next step is. They're moving us to a, well, they say it's a derelict airport. Apparently some sort of mutant attack happened there, so the airport was shut down, and task force moved in. So like, hey, we're here to clean things up, but that they're moving us there, and I don't know why they still need staff at an airport they're supposedly cleaning up. So, and a lot of stuff was being moved there. It's like personnel, just more guards. And last I heard, they're setting up more checkpoints, and this is like, I don't know why they're protecting the airport. There's no way in and out. Well, no way in and out that they don't control. But let's say if you're looking anywhere, well, I'll be there anyway. But
Thank you, Crystal. I will talk with the others, and we will see. Although this seems like we will be walking right into Hell's Mouth, but we will. Well,
she is gonna move to hug you.
yeah. I hug her too, and I just say that we will be careful, but we probably will show up there sooner or later and find out what they are doing over there.
Yeah, I think she's just hugging you. She's just kind of murmuring mostly to herself, "It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay."
Yeah, I guess Miss repeats this to that as well. But she knows it. It probably won't, but she just wants to calm her friend.
Mm. Okay, so who's talking to Malik?
Thinner Will. And so is this the gathering information stage of the?
Yes.
Yeah. I suppose for Malik, really the appropriate question is, he's like a human mutants, right, activist. So he's like on the outside, right? So he's not going to have like a special knowledge of, inside secrets of the mutant task force or anything. But what he will have is like an insight into what the humans are concerned about. Like what's the pressure points? Like who are the people? Like how do we best help like the people on the outside? What is it? We got the political activists on our side of things, right? Who are trying to do things, but he's the other side of the coin. He's like the, what will make the juiciest thing for providing, I don't know. I can't think of a real life example of like the social justice warriors of the human side. What will give them the ammunition they need to change things?
The purists.
The purists. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I guess they keep an eye on the opposition, right? So like, what are the purists up to?
Okay. I think you raise an eyebrow when you ask that question. It says, "Why? Hoping to get into a fight?"
Always.
Harrison, there are fights, and there are fights that actually mean shit. Don't just start getting into fights because you can.
I mean, it's not like I lose.
Famous last words.
Yeah, for somebody else.
I'll be sure to inscribe that on your tombstone.
Anyways, man, it's I know you ain't able to pay a visit to us these days, but things are pretty bad.
My bet.
And the task force, only way we can take it down is by taking down all the things around it. Now, one of those things is those lovely people in the purists. So, what do you mean?
Well, if you want to go to the grave as quickly as you can, you can do worse, I guess. Really, partially why the task force gets to do this sort of thing is, well, they get to look sober and controlled. You got folks like the purists around. Like, that's the nice thing about hate groups like that. They provide cover for law enforcement. As regards to what's happening here, well, purists will do what they do. Their MO is to, keep you all down and keep their feet on your necks.
Well, it seems like the task force is doing a mighty good job of that all by themselves, right? So, now, I mean, maybe I'm just wildly paranoid, but surely there is close ties between these two organizations.
What I've been hearing, got another 6, that fortune roll. I should get y'all to roll these. Actually, I shouldn't be rolling these.
Well, I was wondering whether or not, like, it would come into play with like a consort or a survey, or
Yeah. I think I think that should have been that then.
But I'm happy to take the 6.
Oh, sorry.
I mean,
Sure.
we can say that I rolled a 6 on my consort, right, or something. But yeah.
Just for fun, roll that and see what you get.
Oh man, I'm not gonna get a 6, and I've only got 1 dice in it as well. So
Yeah.
that is a 3.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll give you that 6.
Feel free to give me the 3, man. There's no point in making me roll if you were only gonna give me the 6. It's fine. I can take a 3. Reckless, right?
Yeah. You heard of Carolyn Fairchild?
I believe I read something about her in the news. Yes.
She's kind of become a watchword for the purists lately.
I mean, I understand the girl was a mutant herself.
That's not what the purists believe.
Interesting.
Now, what the purists believe is that Miss Fairchild is an innocent soul, the beautiful, angelic daughter of her former head of Mutant Task Force. God rest his soul, or wherever the hell his soul went to. And well, they've got eyes out for folks who are there. Well, specific person. They said, like, sure, cameras were mysteriously gone, but then you beat up some folks pretty bad.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they're like, right?
Yeah, but beat up 2 or 3 people, that's fine. But a group, full organization, that's not beating up a person. It's like trying to beat up a mountain thinner. That's what's gonna land on you, a fucking mountain.
Yeah, well, just call me a grain of sand, man. Eventually, I'll wear it down.
I don't think you'll have the time to do that, man.
Well, anyways, it's Caroline Fairchild, who purest poster girl. That's what you're saying, right? A sign of the inequity of the mutant kind, stealing these poor little innocent normal human babies from their brave patriotic parents, whisking her away to God knows what in the Mutant Safe Zone.
They'll believe what they want to believe, man.
Okay. Well, I guess. What if I was to tell you that Caroline Fairchild was a mutant? Caroline Fairchild was a mutant that was Daddy Dearest was gonna enroll in a very special program of mutant soldiers.
Why? That's almost ridiculous enough to be true.
Yeah, who'd have thought, right? I mean, of course, all these powers and things are just abominations, and no one would ever think of exploiting their own.
That's what I thought. That's a fine supposition you got there, Thinner. If it were true, the effects could be. Well, it'll certainly be a dent to the purists, to the task force, or whatever fucking hell else they are.
Well, all right then. Well, if I was to get hold of such things, you think you could, make sure it gets out beyond the wall?
Let's see what I can do.
Well, all right then, Matic. Now, I gotta go climb a mountain.
Thought you were gonna wear it down with your vicious sand granules, or whatever the hell you're telling yourself now.
Well, it's always easier to do it from the top down, man.
Good fucking luck.
Yeah. You too.
Okay. Hypereel, is there anyone you want to talk to?
Not really, because I don't have a particular contact that can help here. I think it's going to come down to Mist. Well, and maybe all of us go to meet Crystal, so.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Unless you want to talk to Carolyn, but I don't think Carolyn has a reason to talk to you. Nah, that's fine. Okay. All right. Let's just roll. I think we have the target. It's the airport. We'll see what's in there, or see if there's anyone sympathetic enough. Who knows? Might meet some folks. And yeah, let's do this roll. So engagement roll. So start at 1D for sheer luck. Is this operation particularly bold or daring? You're going straight for them, so yeah. So 2D6. Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors? You're going in there to see what's in there. I don't think it's that terribly complex. Unless you have ever joined her there.
We don't know how complex it is. It could be
Yeah.
very complex.
Well, a priori, it's not.
Okay. Let's see. Is there a vulnerability expose or hit them with their weakest? No. Is the target strongest against this or the particular defenses? Okay, I'm gonna make a note that this section should be rewritten because okay. Is the target strongest against this approach, or did they have particular?
One thing I was going to say actually, because you mentioned it last session, is the detail, right? Like the approach that we take. I mean, they are on the character sheets.
Oh,
right?
Yes, they are.
I know they're not in the Mutants in the Night book, but should we just lift them straight from Blades? Because I feel that was something that we sort of would have helped shape all of our previous jobs. Would have been like choosing, assault, deception, social, transport, and I don't know what a cult would be in this situation. Would a cult be like it relies upon our powers, perhaps?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, what do you guys think? What out of those options do you think that we should take as our method of approach to
infiltration, probably?
Yeah, that seems like the sensible choice for sure, right?
Yeah.
Especially
or maybe deception if we're gonna do it like a heist or interception.
Yeah, but do we want to dress up as the cleaning crew, or or we are there to just exchange the coke in the distributor, like because I think it requires on us being seen, and I don't think we want to be seen. That's why I said infiltration, but I'm all up for deception. If you want to play the cleaning crew, that's cool.
Okay, how about we reverse engineer this? Because each of them has a piece of information that we need. So what was the essential piece of information that we got that we needed for this job? I think it was the location.
But there is something happening at the airport, that they are setting multiple checkpoints, and that they're moving all the Mutant Safe Zone security guards over there.
Yeah. So we needed to know the location where it was happening. So by that logic, it will be a transport. So we are intercepting something they are transporting.
Well, the thing is, all that stuff is in the airport.
So we lost Will.
Oh no, we lost Will.
Yeah, transport we did last time. That was transport.
Yeah.
I think we are doing here. We know the location, but our entry point is like, I don't know, sneaking in through the hole in the fence that my friend told me about.
Yeah. I think. Well, yeah, we can. She told you about a hole in the fence. Assault.
Oh, yeah.
If you pick assault, I will say this target is strongest against that approach. Come on.
I still think deception and infiltration are the best ones.
Yeah. I think both of you are in agreement on that.
Yeah. Fludo, so what is your method of deception that you're thinking about?
Well, basically, yeah, that we are, because it's an airport that sees a lot of traffic. So I don't think on the future it's going to change. It needs a lot of employees, and mutants are the cheapest workforce that you can get. So I think there's a lot of mutants that work on the airport. So I think it would be easy to replace some of them that are part of of the ground crew and whatnot.
I think they said the airport is closed, and probably if they're scheming something against the mutants, probably they will not hire a mutants.
Yeah, I mentioned this was a derelict airport.
Oh, well, so we have no idea who is manning that.
The mutant task force.
Yeah.
Probably
they wouldn't hire mutants. That's my thing. That's meant to be like a cleanup crew with some fake papers.
They can be using prisoner mutants.
Well, you want to surrender yourself because you already have someone on the inside, like Crystal.
That sounds a bit too much like the last plan. So
wasn't it? Last plan you were disguised as mutant, the mutant task force.
Yeah, but we have some fake prisoners, and yeah. Okay, so I guess we're gonna infiltrate. We're gonna try to go into the old sewers because it's derelict. So I bet there's a lot of stuff that was built in that people don't know about. So we're gonna try to go to abandoned pad.
Yeah. Infiltration. It's up to you. I just need like a plan pick, and the detail would be sewers. And yeah, it's derelict because I think Crystal mentioned this. Derelict because there was a mutant attack there. At least they say it's a mutant attack. So there are bits that are like broken, or there are holes in, and the mutant task force is only just moving in recently. How does that sound?
Yeah, perfect to me. Although I'm not really sure about sewers. I thought about it's like a perfectly plausible. I just thought hole or like some weakness in the fence.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it could be that or it could be sewers, and we'll see how the engagement roll does. Hole in the fence is probably like less dirty. Okay. Well, we're just discussing the plan. I think it is going to be infiltration. because they, yeah, it probably makes sense. They probably would expect like, hey, the last time they disguised as prisoners, like probably not gonna happen this time. Okay, cool. So let's go. Let's build this roll again. So 1d6 for luck. Is this operation particularly bold or daring? Yup. Going in there. I mean, yeah, you're infiltrating, but yeah, 2. Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors? The only factors really contingent on is that, well, you know there's something there and you'll probably find it. So it's not complex, this operation. Okay, so 2. The plan's detail, which is to infiltrate using the help of crystal, expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest. Yeah, I guess they're weakest that the Mutant Task Force didn't believe that some of their members still have their humanity. So that's a cheesy way to look at it, but yeah, I'll let you have it. They're down to 3. Is the target strongest against this approach, or did they have particular defenses or special preparations? Again, they underestimated the humanity of some of the people there. Now, you can see them as individuals. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insiders in operation? They just did. So you have 4. Are any enemies or rivals interfering in this operation? Nah, James is not a rival anymore. Aeon, or who the fuck knows where he is, and Victoria is too small time for this.
Yeah,
For
there's no money for it, right? So why would she bother?
Yeah, exactly. Why would she bother? Okay, so let's see. It's not really any tiers. So yeah, that's 4d6. Who wants to roll? Come on, y'all are good at rolling in this game.
Well,
Y'all
just give it a go.
Yeah, you already have 4 dice, so
Okay, will do. That's a 6.
Okay, there we go. See, it's all gonna end well. Y'all keep rolling 6s, and this time you remember how to resist stuff. Because last time it all fell apart because of that one failed roll. But now we know we can resist. You can resist it. So okay, we're going up to the top of the hour, and let's take another 10-minute break. Fucking love 10-minute breaks, and then we'll open the last job of this series.
Can't wait.
Good luck. Be our All right, cool. So I'm going to start a 6-tick clock. It starts at 0 because you all got a 6. It's called Suspicion. So I'll keep that in mind. And okay, so yeah, you don't have to go through the sewers because I think Crystal gets this information out that she's managed to procure uniforms for the three of y'all, and you can't just go through the fence. There's a hole near the back end, close enough to the terminal, where I think I'm imagining this as a muggy gray day, as if the sky just looks like sludge, as you kind of change to these mutant task force uniforms. With a convenient, I think I could describe them as, black plastic covering your faces, and I think she says like, "Well, you're just in luck. You managed to get in before they start installing all those ID scanner stuff. So you'll have a bit of free reign around here at the moment. So long as you don't talk to anyone. And the good thing is nobody talks to grunts anyway. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. I wouldn't know where to start, but come on here. And she's gonna lead you into kind of like what looks like just the open tarmac is where you kind of go through, and you'll see just near the terminal, just like just quite a feet away, but you can see there's like this big crater, kind of like that smashed through the right side of the terminal, and you see like a lot of like ashes and dust and like scorch marks. And Crystal says, apparently that was a result of a person exploding.
Crystal, I think you've done enough. Like, just tell us which direction to go and go back to your post. I don't want any trouble to come to you.
Look, Mist, I'll do whatever is necessary, okay? I know working for the guard was just mainly so I could be near you, but that still means I've worked for them. That's still... I'm party to this. Whatever you need, whatever I can do to help the three of you, I'll do it.
Just for now, just go back to your post. If there will be an alarm, I don't know, grab the guards and go the other way. Or I will contact you. Number, SMS, whatever. Just tell us where to go, and we will handle this.
Go to the terminal. I think somewhere in where they used to keep luggage, underground stuff. Like the terminal and the offices, that'll be where they keep their plans. The underground stuff is where they keep whatever it is they're keeping here.
All right, we will find out and we will expose it. Stay safe.
You too. All right. So yeah. So while you're walking towards the terminal, it's again, you just blend in. The three of y'all. Well, I hope you're blending in. The three of y'all. You're not just like sauntering towards the terminal.
We are trying to blend in. Those uniforms don't really fit us all that well. Hopefully, we are all human shape. So
yeah. And I think this is about as far as the 6 will get you. I've been terribly nice, but you will be able to like get into like the kind of like the terminal concourse, and you'll see just flurry of activity. There's a bunch of crates being opened. There's a bunch of people marching. There's a bunch of there's a group of people dressed like yourselves listening to this commanding officer just yell stuff at them, and yeah, you got a moment. The three of you have a moment to yourself before anyone like notices you're out of place. What do you do?
Any idea what we're looking for here?
None. It's either underground or in the offices. So I suppose we can either use the transmitting belts to try to help to the luggage area, or hit the offices. But the offices are kind of exposed, and I'm just like pointing to the upper floor. They're like super exposed. But I can try to get my way there, and the two of you go underground. I'm not sure if it's best that we split, but that way we can cover more ground.
Yeah, I think it's better we split up. I mean,
Well, we don't need to go blind. I mean, this is a very old place. I bet they still have 5G, and everyone knows that was a mass insecurity. So maybe I can hack and see whatever is happening on this place where we can commit to a course of action.
sounds good.
Okay, so what are you trying to do with this hack? Just to see what's
Basically, to get eyes on the building to see exactly where they are doing what.
okay. Cool. So which action are you rolling with this?
Tinker.
Clearly, electroplasmic devices. Jesus Christ, I should have fixed that. All right, so you've got 2 dice. This sounds like a risky grade. Risky because you're in a concourse where people can probably see, but great because you know what you're doing, and I don't think people are kind of. I mentioned in entanglement. People are expecting your powers, not your tinkering abilities. So
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna push myself for an extra dice.
oh,
Oh, 4.
4. Okay, so you've got no eyes down below, but you'll get eyes to the upper offices, and I think what you get is kind of a quick shot of the kind of the administrative office, and it looks like there's a bunch of folks there. They're setting up computers and whatnot, and you can see some folks are like transferring stuff to like USB files. There's one big computer and this one on the main desk at the front, where there's like a window in the background so you can see like Chicago, and you can see like there's like a person behind this computer screen, and I don't think you get sound, but you can see like people going up to that person and deferring to them and 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 then going back. One person comes into the office as there's like 2 or 3 people setting up stuff, and I think because of the let me see. I just need to make sure doing this right. Yeah. So I think what's going to happen is you hear someone yell, "Fall in line," towards the 3 of you. And you can see that there's that commanding officer. He's got he looks like a yeah, I think he has the SWAT officer stuff, but he's got a few like bars on his shoulder, and you can see that his mask is kind of translucent. It's transparent instead, so you can see his like weathered, grizzled face. And he looks at the 3 of you and says, "Now I thought I made it clear in the briefing that y'all should always be where you're assigned to. I don't recall assigning 3 grunts like yourselves to this exact spot. Or am I befuddled in that recollection?" Oh dear Will, don't stretch your hands like that. That's scary. What do you do?
I think it's time for some Bavarian fire drill. As he's approaching, Hypereel just starts pointing at something on the shirt. Sir, yes, sir. We just came in as fast as we can. We have been told to check the security on this old place as soon as possible. I'm sorry that nobody told you. We'll just get through this as fast as possible and get out of. We don't want to interfere, sir.
Yeah, what's this roll? Okay. What do you? This sounds like some sort of sway, is it?
Or maybe command, because I want to say basically I have orders from people above you on the food chain, but I want to get from. I don't like this as much as you don't like it, but I'm just trying to get this done.
Okay. Yeah, this is yeah, you can have that 2d6, and this is a risky standard, I'd say. We'll bump down from risk to control it again.
Okay.
Anyone want to help?
I can chip in with I think I have like a bag on me that I open and like pull some cables, some device that I like click it and just how would I refer to my fellow grunt? Jenkins, there is the next Wi-Fi file router. We need to check this. And then and just like building the incredibility with like a scanner, some cables, and being prepared to do some security check-in.
All right, take a stress, and you get an extra die there. Hypereel. Go ahead.
Sixes!
Come on. Okay, all right. I mean, sorry, Thinner. Looks like you'll have to be reckless to the fault of the mission here, because yeah. So run through it again. What's this Bavarian fire drill? What did you say? That you've been given orders from up high to fiddle with the American. Okay, I think he. No, it's a critical. So I think when you kind of mention about, I think there's kind of a fear of the higher ups, and when you mention that you've got orders above him, he's like, he just nods briskly and sees like the tomfoolery that the two are doing, and says like, very well, as you will. Give your regards to the higher ups. Tell them Lieutenant Commander Schneider has let you carry on with your duties. And he kind of stiffly walks back to his group and leaves you alone.
Thinner salutes lazily as he goes past.
Yeah, he's not going to notice that. It's critical. Come on. So yeah, so you know where like all the probably like the documents are kept upstairs at this administrative office. So I might give you a glimpse of the luggage room. I think the reason why you can't get a good visual is like there's some fog, some sort of mist down there. Mist, yeah. There is some mist there.
Okay, I think I can handle the officers. They will not even know I was there, and the two of you can handle the luggage room. So stay in touch.
Okay. Let's follow Mist first.
Yeah, I would probably take a stairs up and approach the big room.
There are two guards in front of it.
Mm,
And they kind of look at you, and one of them says, business?
Yes, of course. We are conducting. I'm going to follow up with this. Do I want to follow up with the same lie? Yeah. So like, I want to say that I looked before, maybe like which one of them has the higher rank, and will probably speak to me. And I'm going to cast and I'm going to use shifting mask on him, so he will see a modified version of myself. So I think that what we see from this guard is this like kind of nice looking lady technician with like bag full of tools and like cables and like a laptop just walking up, and the other guy just like sees mist in the MTF task force uniform, and she just approaches and says, "Yes, of course, conducting a security, installing additional security to the computers."
Okay. All right. So you get a +1 die. Sounds a bit like a sway.
Yeah, it's a total lie on this guy pretending to actually be doing this.
Yeah. But I think this is risky, but you're controlled because you've got the illusion and there's no suspicion. This fucking dice roller loves y'all. You've got 3d6.
It's a 6, a single one.
Yeah, single one. Okay, cool. Yeah, loves you now. Wait till we get to like it's 10:15 here, and y'all running for your lives. But no, okay. I think the two just like curtly nods. Well, one of them curtly nods. The other one nods way too fast. I don't know why he's nodding fast at you. And yeah, you walk in and you see. I think it's kind of a fairly longish rectangular room, and there's like a bunch of boxes and banks, computer banks, like proper 1950s mad scientist style computer banks, being assembled to the left, and to the right there's like a door leading somewhere else, and like a table with like coffee and whatnot. There's probably like two people assembling stuff where the boxes are, and yeah, there's the desk, and there's just like a big screen, and you can kind of hear someone typing rather slowly behind the computer screen.
So are there more computers, or there's only like one computer station, or are there more?
There's just the one computer station. Everything else is being assembled.
And there's someone on this computer station.
Yes.
Yeah, I suppose I will just like try to see if I can pull rank on him. Does the person look like some kind of civilian, or are they like general of the MTF or?
The person behind the computer screen.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Alma Forrest.
I thought we did.
Yeah, she's there. She looks completely healthy.
Like we see like Alex stand there and just
there's a big difference. Oh yeah, you're standing there freaking out.
yeah. I'm just like standing there and just like quietly whispering to myself, "We killed you." And just like what to do.
She looks at you and you can see. Yeah, she looks completely the same, except her eyes are like stars now.
Yeah, I like turn and approach some box that nobody's taking care of, and try to like look like I'm helping or keeping busy because well, there's no chance I can pull rank over her, especially that she's kind of crazy. But yeah, how do the people unpacking the boxes look like?
There's normal people. I think one of them has like khakis. Honestly, they're she's a civilian, and the other one, yeah, they both have khakis. I think they're both civilians. Two women, and they're kind of like, oh, one of them's like, oh, yes. We told IT we can take care of this. And the other person's like, you've never assembled a T-Ray computer mainframe before. Like, we need all the help we can get. That's you, right?
Yes. Of course, I'm here to help. And I would like try to work with them for a moment, but I'm actually like looking for an opportunity to like touch one of them, to like change shape. And as I'm doing this, just tell them like, I need to go to the ladies' room. I'll be back shortly. And as we see, I'm like walking away from them, having touched them, and I'm just there, just looking as one of them. And then that's another psychic power. And then I approach our Alma Forest.
Yeah. All right. I think.
And I like grab something because I have tinkering. I know some stuff about computers because I used to build some technical devices. I mostly was building technical devices, so I might not. I might not be so great with the computers. But I like grab like a hard drive or something, and I approach Alma Forest to try to bluff my way through her computer. Who knows?
Okay, all right. So while you think about the ramifications, what might happen, let's cut to the other two. As I think we'll cut away from like, as if she looks at you and just quirks an eyebrow as if like she's trying to scam you in some way. Well, we'll see the consequences of that. Meanwhile, the other two. So I'm guessing the two of you have like, you've been to an airport, you've never been to the bit where they keep all the luggage, and probably only seen that in like Toy Story 2. There we go. That's the touchstone we all have. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. So I think you'll get there fairly quickish enough. Again, it's fucking critical. And I think you'll get there because folks are still kind of setting things up. But when you kind of enter the like kind of like the underground complex, again, Toy Story 2 is the touchstone. You'll find that all the conveyor belts, all that stuff, they've been kind of cleared away, and you'll kind of realize that there's a bit of kind of outside air. Actually, no, there isn't. No, we'll just say like, yeah, the conveyor belts, if they have been cleared away. All the metal stuff that can be retracted, and they're still in the process of moving all that stuff. But this room is cold. It's supremely cold, and you can see like, yeah, the kind of mist pooling around your feet, and then you see that all the conveyor belts have been moved, and you can see like these big like metal like cubes were being assembled, and they're fairly opaque metal cubes, but you can see like there's like a doorway with a porthole on the front. There's at least 4 being assembled, and 4 that's finished assembled, and there's like in this room nearest to you 4 assembled, and there's 2 more being assembled over there, and you can see like a bunch of equipment at the far end. We're waiting for assemble more, and you hear someone shout out, hey, and this I forgot how she was described, this woman in Carolyn's like memory, it's kind of like, finally more manpower. I assume the 2 of you are here to help, otherwise what the hell are you 2 doing here?
Park, I believe, was the name, scientist involved in the flashback. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, exactly as you say, man. We are here to help you. More manpower has been made available.
That's amazing. You probably could have intimated that notion in 2 words or less. Now go on. Go.
Again, another
Yeah.
One thing I was wondering, can I do a flashback to have had a pinhole camera?
Yeah. I
So
think
we
that's
can be documenting the entire trip into the belly of the beast.
Yeah, I think that's probably it's kind of a big deal. I don't know if it's like 1 or 2 stress.
I'd be
I'd
happy with
say
2.
no, I think it's 1. I think it's not as complex as it could have been because you're there to document info. So yeah, let's say just 1 stress.
Cool.
Yeah. So I named this woman Park without like any consideration of whether Hypereel or Jesse will be related to them. They just named Park. I don't know. Are they?
Oh, I didn't realize that was the last name. Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. Thinner. Do you even know what Hypereel's last name is?
I think she told me once, but there was a lot of whiskey involved that night, and
Okay. Okay. So I think yeah, she obviously like go over there, help set up. Don't dawdle. Don't look at the specimens. Just go. Just go.
Okay. And obviously I will look at the specimens.
Of course you will. Okay. Jesus Christ. Um. I don't think there's a need to roll. You can have a quick glance as you walk by. I think
I mean, I could make a survey roll.
yeah, you could. This is again risky controlled. You're fairly fine for now. Nobody knows if anything's happened or if anyone's breached anything.
Cool.
So
that's just 1 dice for.
yeah, unless I say anyone Hypereel wants to help.
Right, it's a 1.
Do you want to resist that, or do you want to?
I suppose I want to resist any negative consequences from that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, insight. You're gonna take 6 stress minus the highest of your insight attribute. That's 1d6 again.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So I'll take 3 stress for that.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So what's gonna happen is you will only barely get a glimpse, but the consequence you know there won't be any negative consequences, but yeah, you see a humanoid shape inside one of those.
Okay.
Hyperreal, how are you doing?
I think I have just a thing for this. Can I get close to the human shape? Or will it draw too much attention?
Depends on how you roll, I guess. What are you trying to do?
So I guess I'm gonna pro to get close to them.
Yeah. Because the thing is, most of the other folks helping here are like people dressed like you. So it might be a bit confused. Yeah, it could confuse Park, who is kind of busy and stressed. So this is a risky standard.
Okay, so I'm gonna pro 1 dice, gonna push myself for 2.
Okay.
6.
Hey! Fucking hell. Okay. All right. So yeah, you'll get close. And you see there's a shape who's pacing inside, shivering. He hasn't grown out his mohawk yet back again because he shaved it for that infiltration mission in the first session. But yeah, but I don't think you recognize who this is, Hyperreal. But the camera will recognize this is Aeon. But he's still dressed in the business suit that. Actually, no, that would be ridiculous. He's wearing prison jumpsuit. That would be ridiculous if they never let him change. But yeah, he's pacing around, shivering. He looks gaunt. and he doesn't look great. What were Aeon's powers, Mist? If I could ask that.
I don't think we ever established this.
It's fine if you don't have an idea right now, but
I think if anything, you should make him. What is the pyromantic? It's throwing fire. Yeah,
Yeah.
why not? He's a pyro.
makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense why it's cold then. Huh. Thanks. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So you see him. Oh, you would know him. He's part of the Owls. You would know of him, Hypereel. And obviously, the scuttlebutt is he's the one who killed the former
I
head.
mean, we're together, right? Like, I've met Aeon before.
Yes, yeah, you have.
Yeah.
But you weren't the one who prowled close.
Yeah. But like, if she,
Okay.
yeah.
So recognizing Aaron, I think checkpoint. And before anything else, I touch his cold shivering skin and I use sickle things and I try to find out exactly what happened to him after he was captured.
Right, you can see him through a window. He's inside one of the boxes. One of the metal boxes. Or you want to prowl inside? Is that what the prowl was?
I thought I was to get close so that I could touch him. That was the entire point.
Okay,
But
all right.
power is only works on touch.
Okay, yeah. I think yes, I'll allow that. I think what kind of looks like is that maybe someone opened the door to like, all right, no, we need to install some stuff. You, the guard, you keep an eye on Mr. Pyro there. And yes, yeah, there we go. Then you can touch. And you're gonna roll focus. Don't have any.
Yes.
Okay. So, do you want to push yourself or accept a devil's bargain?
What is the devil's bargain?
It's not a big bargain. Just 2 ticks on the suspicion clock.
I guess it's better to have that than stress.
Yeah, you're halfway there. Nearly, yeah. About half.
3. Oh shit.
Oh shit. Okay. All right.
I wonder what I see that it's such a failure.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna accept that. You're not gonna resist that, no.
No, I think it's more interesting if I don't resist this one.
Okay, so I'm gonna add 2 more ticks to that clock. No, I'm kidding. I'll add 1 more tick, so you're halfway there. Yeah. So it's not so much what you see, but what you feel. And you can't tell what the how they're doing it, but it feels like okay. People couldn't figure out how mutant genome is a thing or how it exploded. They couldn't figure out where it came from. So where would you know to slice up someone and take where it is? You won't know unless you see it, but you're feeling it. You're feeling it. You're feeling something is being sliced within you. Something you didn't even know was very close to you. You're gonna take a level 2 harm for this. Just sliced, I think, but you don't. But it hurts. Like, so you're feeling what Aeon felt.
Okay, I'm gonna try to resist that.
Okay. Now you're trying to resist. Okay, cool. So let's see. You're trying to resist feeling all that pain and taking that harm. It sounds like a resolve.
Okay. Three.
Okay, so you take.
Okay, I take 3 stress to downgrade it to 1.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
So it's gonna see psychic feedback or something.
Yeah. psychic feedback. Yeah. I think Aeon. I, I think when you feel that pain, I don't know. How do you react? I think you can probably keep it to yourself just a bit.
Yeah, but I break the connection before I get anything useful.
Yeah. But I think Aeon feels that, and he just looks at you, and you can hear him whisper, "Please." Yeah, it's cut back to Mist, who's about to enact some sort of foolhardy plan against Alma Forest again.
Yeah, of course. Last time it worked almost perfectly.
Yeah, well, this time you know to resist consequences. You can do that. Yeah, I think so. You come up to her with all your hardware, and she's like, "I wasn't aware that this computer needed more upgrades. I was led to believe that this works fine now."
Uh, yeah, I quickly glance at her like name tag, and she's like a general, or like what's this unit rank or something, or she has like no rank
Yeah,
whatsoever.
she's just wearing what she was wearing when you met her, which was just a black coat over like a smart business suit.
Yeah, so I will like try to pretend to maybe not. Yeah, I will like play it like I'm not sure if this technician would know her, and I will just like say, "I'm sorry, Miss. We thought this computer was assembled. I need to put this extra matrix on so that we can hyperlink this computer to the framework over at the HQ. I'm really sorry for the inconvenience. I have to like turn it off and like open it up. I promise it will take like 5 minutes, and you can get back to the job. Maybe you can like grab a coffee."
Okay, this is what it is. I guess this is a sway again.
Yeah, I'm not really commanding her like go and do something. I'm just like trying to lie. Total bullshit.
Yeah, you can't command her. This is going to be desperate standard, but because you have a harm of one, it's less effects. Desperate limited. Yeah, yeah.
Perfect.
XP. Do you want to push yourself an extra die or a devil's bargain?
Uh, sure. Let's hear if you have one.
Okay. Because this is desperate limited. Um, she's not just gonna let you do this. She's just gonna keep talking to you. I think you can kind of tell. And as she's going, I think you can feel this because you could feel that oily sensation of being scanned kind of percolating near you again. So you're going to have her attention as you fiddle with the computer and try to get what you need.
Yeah, sure. What can go wrong with that?
What could possibly go wrong? 3d6?
Well, so I'm a limited at effect. I'm going to boost my effect at least to standard, whatever that will be in this case. And yeah, as I have a flashback to this memory, as this another traitor hit my mind with some psychic blast, but I tried to push it away. Yeah, 2 dice, desperate standard. Yeah, what can go wrong?
Oh, you said sway, right? And you took the devil's bargain, right? So that's 3d6, right?
But I'm using the devil's bargain to boost
Oh, okay.
the result.
Okay, yeah, okay, cool.
Because I have no idea what limited would give me in this
Yeah.
case, so
Fair.
I think I need standard. It's a 4.
Okay, so it's a partial success. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to give this suspicion cock 2 more ticks. You're now 5 out of 6. And so if things happen or all hell's going to break loose, but she's going to stand up, and you can see like there's just no harm on her body. She looks like as she was when she was giving that that suit what for, and says, "Go on right ahead."
Yeah, I like kneel down. I like to turn off the PC, open it up, and I suppose I see that she's just like standing there observing me. Yes.
Yeah, she is just looking at you, and then casually just asks, like, "I don't think I've seen you around." Actually, no, you took the appearance of the other.
Yeah.
Who is that other person still there in that room?
Yeah, they are the box.
Okay, okay. I'm glad you took that devil's bargain where her attention is just on you because she's not gonna notice that for now.
Yeah, I like unscrew it and just like think to myself, this isn't going so well. But yeah, of course, I'm like looking professional, and now I'm trying to unscrew the hard drive and hide it in my pocket and put this useless junk inside and screw it up. Yeah, I'm totally trying to like take the hard drive from this computer. Like we can take so much juice out of it.
Oh, is that what you say out loud?
And of course not.
Of course not. Okay, all right.
Out loud, I'm saying, how could we forget about this? Like Matrix, yes, connected to the mainframe, security upgrade. Just like a typical nerd stuff. While I'm actually like sweating there.
Yeah, while her gaze is just on you, her disgusting, oily gaze. This sounds like a prowl because you're trying to be sneaky.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Yes. Let's see. This is so desperate. This is still quite desperate. I think no, this is desperate limited again. I mean, you're under her gaze. I don't know what else could it be. I'm sorry. I want to be helpful, but it's
Unlimited because
limited because honestly just because of your harm.
that's my mental assault. Is it
Yeah.
affects my performance here?
Yes, definitely. Because you're feeling it again, kind of like the beginnings of like a headache.
Yeah, just looking at her is hard.
Yeah. Push yourself to.
Yeah. I wanna have standard. I want to have this hard drive.
Okay.
2d6. 2d6 standard desperate. Yeah. Well, why not?
Yeah. Why not?
It's a 5.
It's a 5. So, you'll get the hard drive. You've got the hard drive, and you'll unscrew it. And what do you do once you have the hard drive?
Once I have the hard drive, I just like close the computer, stand up from the desk. It will need a couple of minutes to relink back, and I need to go and take parts to the other computers, and then just like walk toward the exit from the room. Because why not?
Hold on a minute.
Yes.
I was wondering, also mind-boggling about your appearance, and you're kind of halfway. You're near the door, but you can see you're in her vision. You're right next to the person you took your appearance from.
Yeah, and I look on her.
Got abilities.
Really time for some decisive actions over here.
Hell yeah. What you got?
Yeah, I'm going to use ability I haven't yet used. It's called Choose an Audience. You can use your powers to distract a small group of an illusion of yourself. You become imperceptible to your targets until they lose sight of the illusion.
Okay.
So So I totally like dropped the illusion of looking at this person, and now I'm standing there with just like the and now I think that this like this like lab technician and they see like a real mist standing there, and just like saying, "Yeah, you got me. What now?" While I am actually walking out of the door and booking booking toward the exit, pulling the phone, and just like, "We need to book. We need to book. Exit, exit."
All right. This I think with using that ability, you have a better chance. This is going to be a bit of a roll just to see like how much Forest is going to be distracted. Although I will say one of that 5 did tick the clock to it is now full. So this sounds like a prowl. Still desperate, but because of the illusion, it's going to be great. Brought back to standard again. This is mostly to determine how quickly you can, how long she'll be affected by the illusion.
Sure. Yeah. How long she will be talking in Kick to the illusion before grabbing it and realizing it's just an just an illusion.
You're gonna miss like this monologue of her. She's been preparing it. What do you think she was typing?
It's a miss.
Oh no, no. Oh well, mark XP since that was a desperate action. I think you will be able to get the message out to your friends. I'm not gonna take that away from you. You will when you make your call. And when you turn to when you get out of the door, you see that you're back in the mutant safe zone. You're back in the open street of the safe zone. And we'll cut away from you for a moment while you're there. And yeah, so I'm assuming, Thinner, that you're capturing this footage of Aeon or whatever as shaking, as I think, as when I think Miss message gets to you, and you hear say like, yeah, time to go, and then you lose communications from her.
I look over at Hypereel and like nod towards her, and sort of like back and backwards in my head, like let's go time.
Yeah. So the two of you.
Yeah, gonna surreptitiously, like slink out of the room.
Yeah. I think and then suddenly, you hear Park go, hold up! No one's staying in this room. Emergency protocol 9-25A. All faceplates up. Do the two of you come by?
How close are we to the door?
I see. Aeon's cube was the closest to the door, which was nice.
Yeah. I'm just looking at Hypereel's abilities. Could Hypereel's erase the memory of everybody in the room about what happened over the last 10 seconds? So, such as the emergency alert going out, perhaps.
Well, considering I don't have focus and I'm tapped out, good idea.
You're tapped out. Well, you can still do it, but you'll have to roll. Yeah, you'll have to roll focus, and your stress is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tapped out in many ways.
Oh,
Did you reset at the start of the session?
That flare?
Yeah.
No.
I think we said that that's how we were doing it, right? Like we were just going to reset the start of every session because there's no mechanics for recovering flare in the book.
Yeah, I think we talked about it in the first session.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, so I think for now, because again, you had downtime, you had time to rest. Let's say, you reset back to what abilities did you use today, Hypereel? You've used. Yeah, so you've got room for one or two more ability ability uses.
Okay, so I guess I do a rewind.
Jesus, well, this is just King Crimson.
You do a rewind, and then you grab Thinner and pull him out of the room because Thinner's just like, huh? What?
Basically, I continue out and then I erase the last 10 seconds. So he repeats again the request to everyone to rise it, and we are already not there.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, the two of you are gonna run face back down. But yeah, there's no communication from Mist.
Oof. Well, we gonna go get our girl?
We don't have communication, right?
Yeah.
You can. Yeah, you try to contact Mist. They're not responding at the moment.
I suppose like we try and head towards, like the closest bit along her route back to the exit, kind of thing. Like we'll go looking for Miss, basically.
Okay. So Mist. Yeah. So you're back at the safe zone, and go on.
Yeah, as I find myself in the safe zone, I look around and I say, "You don't pull the tricks on me. I pull it on other people. I want to like resist this effect. Like this is my
Okay.
tricks."
All right, cool. This sounds like resolve. You're focusing away out of your mind tricks. So you're gonna take 6 stress minus your highest die, 3d6.
It's a 6, so I regain 1 stress.
And I think, I keep forgetting if. Hold on, let me check.
I also don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either. But it would be. I will check first. Okay. No, I don't think. I think it's for when you roll a critical.
If you roll a 6, you suffer for 0 stress.
Yeah, so it's just 0 stress. Cool. So yeah, I think you probably you resist it, and so
I just
I'm guessing
push it out of my mind and probably find myself at the corridor of this airport.
you're back at the corner of the airport, but people yelling outside. You're out of you're back at the airport corridor, but you can kind of faintly hear Alma's voice kind of whispering in your ear, going, "Oh, don't worry, I'll get. Oh, I just need my practice. Go on, keep running. See how far you can go."
Yeah, and then just book it toward the stairs, jump like 3 or 4 stairs at once, and then try to leave similar way as we entered.
Yeah, so the three of you just see each other again.
Maybe it's up to you.
Maybe she comes jumping down the stairs just as we turn the corner, and it's like straight in front of us, right? Like, So, time to go?
Alma Forest is still alive. I just ran into her upstairs. But yeah, let's book it. I have a hard drive. Yeah, let's book.
The what now?
She's alive. I don't know how. Just like
Yeah.
I have the data.
Aeon is too, by the way. He's right down there.
Like you took it with him? Did you take him with you or not?
I mean, I thought I played safe, but we can go back down if you want.
There is no time. They are already raising alarm. Aeon.
Suddenly, big siren alarm goes throughout the entire airport.
All right, let's go. And let's book it. I was wondering if maybe there is maybe like if I could find like a it's an airport, right? So there are a lot of fire escapes, emergency doors, that kind of thing. For like in the event of emergency, or they used to have been, right, to evacuate, right? But maybe some of those things are blocked off, and I was wondering if I could maybe try and wreck my way out of there.
Yeah, you just want to punch something down, don't you?
I want to use my powers. For
Yeah,
something.
fair enough. Fair
So,
enough. Fair enough.
yeah. So yeah, I don't know how that would work. Though. Would I have to survey? Would we have to do a flashback to say that like we'd case the joint?
Yeah, because you can have that flashback. I think that'll make things
Cool.
easier.
Yeah, so would that be like a one stress flashback?
Yeah, one stress. I think maybe like Crystal points out like, okay, maybe before you're gonna leave Crystal, it's like, okay, there's like a couple exit points, but if you're rumbled, just punch through there, and you just make it back to where you came in. And I've yeah, and that's what I think she pointed out this specific wall.
Cool. I was thinking maybe more like a door that had been like welded shut, and then Thinner just literally just like the idea is he's just going to pull it wide open, right? Like, and then we can shut it behind us as well. Yeah. Okay. So that will be wreck and
see,
bringing down the house, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay. Bringing down the house will bump up here positioning and effect, which is good because you have less effect because of your harm. You still have 1d6, but I think this goes from desperate limited to risky standard.
Okay.
You can open a door.
What would a devil's bargain be to get a bonus die?
The devil's bargain is because of the alarm that's raised up. Ooh. Anyone has suggestions as well, because I think it's just more guards about. But go on.
Could my suggestion be that there are a couple of guards nearby, and we'd have to engage in a quick skirmish?
Yeah, I think that was going to be it. Like if you take this bargain, there will be guards. Just about to come out.
I'll take that.
Okay, 2d6.
2d6. I feel like I really want more dice for this, but okay, here we go. Yeah, I wish I had more dice for that. I got a 3.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
But
what's up?
Can I resist that?
Yeah, I mean, maybe I saw what the consequences will be first.
Yeah, sure.
But you can resist. You can preemptively resist now, so there will be no consequences if you want.
No, tell me the consequences, and I'll see if.
Yeah. The consequences will be. I mean, the thing is, you will be able to open. You will be able to. This door is probably welded closer to the wall than you expect. So what you're actually going to do is, instead of just opening the door, you're actually going to break apart quite a bit of the walls around you, and you think that'll be good because that'll collapse the airport. What's really going to happen is it's going to put you all out in the open, so it won't be just whatever guards are waiting outside. There will be more coming. So that's kind of the consequences of that failure.
I will try and resist that because I would like to not put us in the same position as we ended up in last time, where we're literally fighting off an entire army at the same time. So,
and you don't even have a truck for this. Prowess. That sounds.
Yeah, so that's 2d6 I have there.
Some good chances there.
I got a 6.
Hey, well, that's good. All right, so no stress. So yeah, you will be able to just open the door, but I think there will be I think because everything's so helter-skelter, it would be just like a quick, small, jeep of guards waiting, kind of just waiting for you. There's 4 of them, kind of guns trained on the 3 of you.
Then we'll just smile and break into a run straight at them.
Jesus.
Reckless.
How are the other two responding to this? Oh, poor things.
I suppose since Mist isn't a highly trained combatant, she just like tries to find the nearest cover and keep her head down and keep running toward the exit.
How are you doing, Finn? Hypereel.
I guess I'm trying to use this opening for the best of my ability. I just see him rushing all reckless, and I think, well, I guess this is happening. So let me create an escape route in the meantime.
Okay, so Thinner, you're about to engage some fools.
Yep, so that's a skirmish roll, right?
Oh yeah. This is a bit that you're running at gunfire. This is a bit desperate. Desperate standard though.
Cool. Right. Desperate standard. Would I be under the threat of death? Like level 3 harm? Oh no.
Actually, you know, one of them did bring a bazooka. Sure,
Yeah.
they were prepared for you.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. They would be, wouldn't they? Because we
Yeah, they would be.
established that as the thing. So, well, then I will activate my unstoppable because I am under the threat of death if I fail this, right? So,
Yeah.
that means I get +1d to all reckon skirmish rolls as well.
Yeah. But you will be tapped out. So if you do any more after that,
I've got.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I've got two more.
You
Two
got two
more.
more. Sorry, I thought you were halfway there. Okay, never mind.
No. So that's 3d6. That's a 5.
Okay. So, yeah, you will take on these fools. And the thing is, as much as they're prepared for you, they are fools in the sense that, because you got here in time, they can really bring out the heavy stuff. So the bazooka will fire just close enough to you. You will get singed. Take a level 1 harm singed. But you will come into contact with them, and look, they are what they are. Humans who work for the Mutant Task Force.
Yeah. It's like just grabs the. I think what happens is that they all like take cover behind the Jeep, and they get off that shot. And Thinner just smiles and flips the Jeep on top of them. Like.
I think all of you at this point hear Alma Forrest's voice again, and she just goes, how do you deal with these powers? They're a bit of a pain, aren't they?
Sounding pretty good for a dead woman.
Well, as close to death as anyone can be, thankfully.
Why don't we put that to the test?
I think the two of you hear Thinner say that. Alarms are still blaring. You can hear the sounds of cars coming in.
Mist is booking toward the plant exit.
I'm gonna use a flashback to say that I have my fancy new car waiting. That I had James drive to as close as possible without raised suspicions.
Nice. Okay, so that's two stress for that. Okay, so the two of them are running off.
So I get trauma.
You get so. Oh shit. Okay, we're at the close anyway.
Yeah.
The two of them are booking it. Thinner, you're shouting at the air, and you just hear all of you kind of hear, Alma Forrest's voice just going. Oh, come on, you silly brute! You really think I need to? I don't need to hold you. I don't need to lower myself to your standards. I have full force of the mutant task force with me, and we've unlocked so much in our time. We To think that we thought you had the upper edge with your abilities, but now they're just as acquirable as any weapon.
I guess like looking around, then we'll see that there isn't Armor Forest isn't anywhere near, right? It's just talking in his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he'll just like spit on the ground, step over and maybe slightly on one of the fallen MTF soldiers, and just jog over towards the rendezvous point, basically. Hopefully they haven't left quite yet, but if they have,
Do you think the two of you would have left? Would you have left Thinner behind, or?
We would give him definitely a reasonable time to catch up, because maybe we have seen that he isn't engaging anyone because there was no Alma Forest, so we would definitely wait for our friend.
Yeah, the explosion stopped, right? So.
Yeah.
Well, there was an explosion because the bazooka just missed you and probably exploded against something. But yeah, okay, all right. Since we are out of time, and I'm gonna respect that flashback, I think y'all will get away, because y'all planned this, and again, we're not gonna come back to this anyway. And yeah, I think you got what you wanted anyway. You got the footage of mutants being mistreated, Aeon in that cell, and when you crack that hard drive, yeah, you'll get what you wanted with I think it's called Operation Paper Mache, is what they're calling. Basically, through some terrible abuse of specific mutants, they figured out how to, extract those powers for others. Those men with the psychic powers with the sunglasses, they weren't people like you who had this mutant stuff. No, they signed up for this program and got mutant abilities in the bargain. But you have all that info, all that lovely info, and I think.
Does it tell us what the link is between Alma Forest's new eyes and Carolyn's?
Yeah, I think that's why all the other folks wear sunglasses, because that's a side effect of getting new powers. So Carolyn was kind of like patient zero there.
Oh, cool. So, I mean, like the big story is also that MTF experiments on their own children, kind of thing. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
like she wasn't hurt or anything. I think, yeah, but I think because her father's still the head. It was more like they were keeping her to like you're precious, you're a commodity. That's why they have all these guards around you. Yeah,
so like
and
it was something it was either something they extracted from her that let them do this, or
yeah,
she wasn't even a mutant to begin with, and she was just like, my child's going to be special too. Like,
yeah, I think either or could be a good.
yeah. I like both of those things.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so yeah, so you managed to do that. We don't need to do payoff entanglements and all that. I mean, obviously the fight is still on, but it's got a quick shot of everyone, kind of like in the intervening days to come, as all this info comes out, and hopefully there's a bit of uproar. Yeah, and we'll do it fairly quick, and then because we are a bit ahead, we're a bit way over. So yeah, it's just a quick shot of everyone, of each character. Let's start with. I'm gonna go by the order of the screen I have here. Hypereel. It's the last we see of you for now.
Okay, so we see Hypereel back on her job because they start giving back labor passes again, and she's like in the middle of the traffic. What's going on? Why is this stopping? And everyone starts honking, and she just pulls out of the car and looks around, and she sees a massive protest going out in the middle of the city. and it's all humans about around only 2 or 3 mutant workers, and we have this wall of mutant of human protesting alongside them as the police blocks the traffic and does not know how to respond.
Nice. That's a nice image. Um, Mist. It's nice to see you for now. Well, it's the last we see of you.
Yeah, I think we see the puppet theater finally launched after some time, and yeah, and Mist is behind the scene, just like managing all those puppets for some like fancy machinery, and she's like back into her game, and then she pulls some rabbits from the top hat and does some other kind of stage performance for the kids. So yeah, success. Finally, some success on her project.
Yeah. You're probably getting some help from Crystal, who's no longer in uniform. And it's just your friend now, who's gonna stick with you. And yeah, Thinner, Harrison.
Um, I think that you know Harrison is walking through like busy streets once more, and like there's mist tags all over the place, and there's humans here again, and like looking to check out the new puppet theater and all those things, and there's like life comes back to the zone, and I think Thinner is like like kneels down and like says hello to one of the street kids and hands them some money, and then continues on down an alleyway into a back door, and shakes hands with what's she called again? Victoria, and nods, and then enters into a back room where he's in a cage, and the mutant fights are back, and Thinner's got a new taste for throwing himself into things, and this is how he's fundraising for like the cause now.
Is there a bunch of kids cheering you on?
There's a little kids cheering thing at the top, and now there's a massive mutant in the other side of the room, like squaring off against me, and maybe in the audience a couple of guys with starry eyes look on behind the sunglasses.
All right. Fucking hell. We got a fairly happy-ish ending. Wow. We made it. We got there. Holy shit. Yeah, thank you so much again. Thanks for putting up with my terrible grasp of Forge in the Dark and traffic. Lots of traffic. Fridays in Dublin. Just not great. Traffic. All right, I'm gonna stop the broadcast. We're launching into this, and I'll just we probably won't do much of debrief because I also have to go fairly soon. I'll just say my thanks off the broadcast, and I'll let y'all go. But I'll stop here now. Just want to get that on the record that Dublin needs to work on its streets, and also I've had a blast. Thanks, YouTube.